Hello everybody, I am Oscar W. Fitchett.
I'm Gary C. Bradshaw.
Hand movements galore in this intro. And welcome to our review, which is the second review in our Christopher Nolan review series of the 2000 film Memento, which stars Guy Pearce, Carrie-Anne and Joe Pantoliano.
I'm sorry if we butchered your name.
And the plot of Memento, according to the Internet Movie Database, is a man creates a strange system to help him remember things so he can hunt for the murderer of his wife without his short-term memory loss being an obstacle. My review for Memento, this is my second viewing and I haven't seen this film in a while, so it's almost like it's my first viewing again, almost. I personally adore this film. This is, I remember the first time I watched this film, it was just one of those films that just blew my mind. Positives for this film, I'm going to tell you now, I can't pick any negatives with this film. I'm just going to say it right out the bat. I can't pick really any negatives with this film at all. I'm not saying that this is a perfect film in terms, I don't know, if I had to give it an unbiased letter grade, it would be an A+, because I physically can't think of anything wrong or negative with this film. But in terms of personal favourites, it's not like in my top 20, but I still adore the film. Why I adore this film is essentially, if you've seen our following review, what I said about the script and the story, how it's very interesting, how it's always intriguing, and how the non-linear type of storytelling in following is interesting and keeps the film just that more unique and intriguing. Memento does that, but times 100. It cranks it up to a mega scale in terms of just the script and the storytelling, the way it's edited. I think it's one of the best stories, and the way it's one of the best ways a story has been told in a film, I feel. The fact that the film cuts back and forth in its timeline is just genius in terms of the fact how the character of Leonard has this short-term memory loss type of a thing, and he's almost constantly confused and he's always constantly trying to figure out stuff. That's the viewers. With the way this film's made. The way this film's made, it keeps the viewer almost in the shoes of Leonard in terms you're seeing bits and pieces and you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, where are we at right now? And then you start piecing things together. And the film is just one big puzzle piece, and it's just, I love the film like that. I love a film that keeps me on the edge of my seat, not because of how intense it is, but just of how puzzling and how intriguing the film actually is. This film has many layers to it. There's one, you may think the plot on IMDb is a very basic type of plot for what's actually going on. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of what's happening. This guy's trying to figure out who murdered his wife, and he's got short-term memory loss. But there's also other elements to this. There's a storyline involving Carrie-Anne Moss's character. There's a storyline involving Joe Pantoliano's side of things as well. There's something involving a guy called Sammy Jenkins. There's all this type of stuff. That's just more things layered, and it's like an onion. There's you just peel more and more. There's more to it once you get it more into it, and as the story goes on, the film almost becomes more about a completely different type of thing than it set out to be, which I think of as a positive. I love that aspect of it. It's more than just a revenge tale. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more character depth, and the screenplay for that is just absolutely just genius. I keep going on about the screenplay in this review, but that really has to be just praised for how good of a story it is. And linked in with that is the editing. Of the way this film is edited is just excellent. It's just, I don't know, it's just you can't talk about the screenplay without talking about the editing in this film. They almost work as one, and it is like people do say like the editing is the last piece of writing. Like filmmakers do say that, and that's like it's almost the last draft type of thing. The editing process, and there's no more perfect example than Memento in terms of like if the editing was just linear, like chronological order, this would have been a completely different experience. I would like to see a chronological version of this, just out of curiosity, but the film wouldn't be as unique or interesting if it wasn't edited the way it was. I have no pacing issues with this film. This film is like an hour and 48, and I feel it goes by like that near enough. Like there's no slow point in this film because I'm always interested in what's going to happen next. I enjoyed the soundtrack. It felt almost like following at points. Like some of the tracks did feel like following. Again, there was nothing standing out about this score, but when it was there, it was good. This is the first collaboration between Chris Nolan and Wally Pfister, and some of the shots in this film were very, very very nice. Like I mean the opening is very cool. Like it goes in reverse, and the way it's just I just think it's very, very well shot by Wally Pfister. Again, I'm actually trying to think of negatives to say, but I don't have any. Like I can't think of any negatives to say about this film. Again, it's not like in my top 20. Then again, I don't know. I might need to reevaluate my top 20. But it is a film that if I'm marking this film as an examiner in terms of if I found anything wrong, if I can think of a bad thing, I can't. I can't think of a bad performance. I can't think of a bad plot point. I can't think of any plot holes. I can't think of the soundtrack being bad. I can't think of a single negative thing about this film. On a second viewing now, it probably is in my top 5 favourite Chris Nolan films in terms of now having a rewatch, reevaluating what I first saw, knowing what was going to happen, but also rediscovering some of the cool mysteries was really good again on a second viewing.
My review of Memento. I actually love this film.
Do you love a Maggle?
I love a Maggle! Well, first of all, I was going to put this out there. It's not the type of film I would like to watch again.
Alright.
I don't know why that is. Maybe I might watch it again to like piece the puzzle together, because obviously it's non-linear. So you have to like pay attention. And I do like that in a film, but sometimes I don't like that in a film. But this seemed okay. I actually followed I found it quite easy to follow this film.
Mm.
I did have a problem with the guy at the glasses, Teddy.
The character. We'll call him Teddy because I'm not going to bother. Yeah. I'm not going to bother pronouncing his name again. Teddy, yeah.
Teddy. I did have a problem with it at the beginning. I thought it was going to be an annoying character. That's what I felt it was going to be. But yet again, he grew on me towards the end. Christopher Nolan. Oh my God, you wonderful piece of human flesh.
You're describing Christopher Nolan how I would describe Ellen Page.
Yes. But how the hell? How do you do it? How do you make these non-linear storytelling and you edit together like you haven't missed a bit?
How do you
How
do you do the script? Do you write it chronologically and then in editing do you just mix it up? How do you know where you want things to go? For the audience to be like, how does a mind work like that? You know, like that's just genius in terms of like this.
He is a genius filmmaker and he will go down as one of the best filmmakers of all time.
Oh, he will.
There's no doubt about it. The cinematography was very nice, I felt. The opening shot was very interesting. I just love films where you go through the character's eyes. Like, he suffers
short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss, which I do have short-term memory loss. Let's put it that way. So I like
Do
sort
you?
of, not very short term, but like maybe
It's not medically. You're not medically diagnosed with it.
diagnosed. Yes.
You're just.
Yeah,
You're just forgetful.
I'm forgetful. So yeah,
Don't try and get sympathy likes.
I like how films adapt to the character, which this certainly did. You did go through a very roller coaster, ride with this character. Very good acting, as I mentioned. Guy Pearce is great in this film. Carrie-Anne Moss, she played a good part. I wish she was in a little bit more. A little bit more.
Well, that's good then. You left you wanting more.
I wanted more there.
Interesting character.
Not because she looked nice, but she did look nice. But
The character was.
the character was very interesting.
No, she definitely was.
Yeah, she had a different side to her, which I'm not going to go into detail. But and also the
Yeah, I just want to say, I love how you flip flop with certain characters. Like in terms of like you watching the film and you might feel one strong emotion one time, then the film continues and you feel the opposite strong emotion to this character the other time. Like you almost, like you're like, I like this guy, then like near enough like 2 scenes later, like, God, this guy sucks, then you kind of like, I don't know how to feel about him anymore.
Yeah, that's...
Or anything, like, I love the way like you get manipulated almost with it. Yeah.
Like the character does, he got manipulated.
Yeah.
So like basically...
Your emotions get toyed with just like Leonard.
Joe...
Teddy.
Teddy, as you probably watched in my previous, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's been, but I did not like this character because I felt it was a little bit over the top. Well, annoying. Let's put it that way. I don't know.
Good, Lenny!
Just a dumb character. But I did actually felt remorse for this character. Was it remorse? I don't know. Whatever. Once the film got going, I did like this character. And I liked his acting as well. I quite enjoyed his acting. He reminded me of someone, but I don't want to...
He looked like Jim Gordon's douchebag brother.
Yes. That's it. Jim Gordon's douchebag brother. Yep. Should have got him to play Jim Gordon. Well, his brother.
Hey, Jim!
Hey, Jim!
I don't know why he's doing that all the time.
There's even a bit of comedy in this film.
There's a good bit of comedy.
There's a good bit of comedy with, I forgot his name.
Sammy Jankis?
Even though his name's entirely proper film. Sammy Jankis, they did a funny little thing.
Read this shit, quack.
Yeah, overall, I like this film. I love it. I actually love it.
It's a great film.
It's a great film.
Like, literally, we can't think of really any negatives, really, necessarily.
The only negative I have about it is because it's not my type of film. I would not watch it again.
You wouldn't watch it again? You have no interest in watching this again?
I don't have an interest in watching it again, but I like to watch it again to like pick up things I didn't see.
So you have some interest in watching it again. It's not like Enemy where you're like...
Some interest.
It's not like Enemy where you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm not going to watch it again.
With this, like, you have some sort of a thing of like, I'll give it a go again.
Yeah, I'll give it a go again. If it's like maybe you're around somebody's house and you want to put Memento on, not the type of film.
Yeah, great party film, isn't it?
Party film.
Let's all sit and just study a film, guys. You get the beers.
Yeah,
you get the beers. So, guys, that's our review. What did you think of Memento? What do you think of our review for Memento? I feel that most people who are subscribed to this channel have seen Memento.
Do it. Watch it if you haven't.
Let us know what you thought of Memento. Let's talk about Memento. I'm saying Memento a lot. Memento, Memento, Memento. Links are down below to follow us on Twitter. And you can like the Facebook page as well. And Instagram's also down there. You can follow us on Instagram as well, where we take pictures and we post them. We Instagram them. You know what it is. And until next time, guys, we shall see you later. And remember Sammy Jankis.